Hola, ¿qué tal? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Meg James, your Move to Spain mom, and welcome to episode 31. Today we're talking all about my favorite topic while living in Spain, and that is flight prices. Now, we currently live in Madrid for the next 8 weeks, and we are taking one more trip from Madrid to a different country. We're going to Iceland with our best friends from the US. But some of the best things to us about living in Europe, Spain, or anywhere pretty much in Europe is the fact that you are able to get such affordable flights. Now in the US, you might be a fan of like Southwest Airlines or Frontier or Avalo or one of those more budget type airlines, but I'm telling you, the flight prices out of Madrid, Spain, for example, are incredible to get you to destinations around Europe and Africa, and really they're unbeatable. So let me show you the tool that I use to book these flights and prove to you on why you should move to Spain too to secure these amazing travel deals for you and your family. To be honest, I am not looking forward to moving from Madrid to the southern area of the Costa del Sol in 8 weeks for one reason, and that is the airport. So I'll show you a video after. We are literally living behind T4, Terminal 4 of the International Madrid Barajas Airport, and it is such an incredible airport. We have had incredible deals that we've secured for vacations. It's been very easy for my family to come visit. It's been very easy for us to get back to the US nonstop to the East Coast. So those are on the disadvantage list of moving to the Costa del Sol in southern Spain. There's a lot of positives, but that's a negative. And so I want to show you, because so many people ask me in my Instagram community, tell me more about how you secure these flight deals for you and your family. So just as an example, we didn't end up going, even though I booked this flight 6 or 7 months ago, we did not go this past weekend on a holiday weekend here in Spain. It was a bank holiday. To Switzerland, but we did book tickets for it many months ago. We ended up deciding to go to the Costa del Sol to do a little house research, which felt a little more responsible. But we booked these flights. They were 210 euros, so about $35 for a family of 4 to go direct from Madrid, Spain to Milan, Italy, which would allow us to cross into the Switzerland border. And so listen, in the US, I'm from Philadelphia, but we've been living in Greenville, South Carolina. It's very hard to even go from Greenville, South Carolina to Atlanta on Delta Airlines for less than $1,100, let alone $235 to go to Italy is so crazy to me. Now, I know there are budget airlines that help you do things like DC to Orlando or Boston to DC, and they do exist and they're great options. They're not as affordable, but they're more affordable. You know, it might be $600 for a family of 4 to do XYZ. So anyway, I want to show you the tool that I use to book these flights around Europe as a help to you. I'm going to show my screen a little bit here to show you some of the deals that are possible out of Madrid, Spain, because honestly, it's unbelievable how much you can save by living in Spain and be able to explore this beautiful world. So let's see what there is on Google Flights out of Madrid, Spain, for examples.
So for starters, if you are not familiar with Google Flights, I swear by using Google Flights, I am setting Madrid as the parameter, as the origin, and then I am not putting in a place that I want to go. I am just saying Europe. By keeping it open, it really opens up the best possible deals. Now, let's say I didn't want to miss school, and so I would be willing to travel anytime from June 22nd to June 26th. And now you can keep the date range more open, but for now, let's just see what round trip options would be possible. So I'm going to leave it open to explore anywhere in Europe, and let's see the prices for a family of 4. So we could go to Lisbon, where'd it go? Lisbon, Portugal, or Porto, Portugal, for 300 euros for a family of 4. Down in Africa, we could go to Marrakesh, so in Morocco, for 398 euros for a family of 4. We could also fly, like I planned to the other day, to Milan, Italy. See that here? Milan, Italy, for 299 euros for a family of 4. Rome, Italy, for 285 euros. Just absolutely incredible prices to me. So I'm gonna show you even a better tip of something I do, and I change it up here in the date range to just have very flexible dates. So let's say I'm wanting to book way in advance, which will even be better for me in planning and get even better prices. So I'm flexible with my date anytime in October. Let's see what some of the deals would be. So it's even $110 cheaper to go to Portugal as a family of 4. You can go to the islands of Spain for 236 euros for a family of 4. Bordeaux, France, 352 euros. London for 360 for a family of 4. Vienna, Austria, 432. I mean, these are just incredible prices. Malta is one of our favorite places we visited since living in Spain. 357 euros for a family of 4.
I often get questions from people when they're thinking of moving to Spain and they're just thinking about what that could mean for their family. And they're wondering, what airlines do we choose? Or are we comfortable flying these more budget airlines? And the truth of the matter is Ryan Airlines, which you may have heard in the US of before, it's kind of a joke in Europe because they don't offer the best customer service. Like even I have had a one-in once with a representative in their Stansted London airport whenever we fly out of there for my husband's work. They're an intense group of people that work at their location for Ryanair, and they measure each suitcase, and if it's like a kilo over, they're just sticklers. It's pretty funny to see. They just are looking to charge you more. I don't love the customer service of Ryanair, but I will admit and say they helped us a ton when Griffin left his iPad on the plane going from Madrid to Mallorca. They kept it, they were in communication with us, and we actually got the iPad back. And it's been fine. It's worth the discounted prices. I prefer Iberia here, which is Spain's higher end, kind of like their Delta Airlines aircraft. That's mostly what we use for travel around Spain. They also have international destinations or in the EU destinations as well. And then the other budget airlines, honestly, they all have been fine. EasyJet we've pretty much taken them all. So if you have questions, feel free to list them here about the airlines we've taken in Spain. But anything we find on Google Flights, regardless of airline, has been pretty great. We've had great success rates of hardly being late or delayed. And it's just so affordable. So it's incredible that we have access to this world. Now, here's the deal. In the US, states, right, are the equivalent of countries. So it makes sense that it would cost a lot of money to fly from DC to Los Angeles, right? Because, I mean, it's not like going from Spain to Portugal right next to each other. It's like going from, I mean, honestly, Madrid to almost past Africa or West Africa or East Africa, I should say. It's just far. The distance is far. But I do think that in the US, airlines are just completely overcharging, or there's some kind of difference in booking that is just so wild to me, the prices that you pay. And so I just want to use this video as an encouragement for people who are excited about thinking about moving to Europe or Spain. It's an incredible advantage, the places that you'll get to go. In the last 2 years, our family has gone to, Malta, Portugal, Italy. Actually, let me take you to the map because we've gone to so many cool places from Spain.
So I've got to show you this map. Since we have moved to Madrid, Spain 2 years ago, we've gone to the coolest places. We've gone to Portugal, the Balearic Islands of Spain, which are their own kind of territory, the Canary Islands of Spain. We've gone to Berlin, Germany, Paris, France, the islands of Italy, Malta, Romania. I mean, just such cool destinations, and we're getting ready now, as I mentioned, to go to Iceland. So this is something that you too can look advantage for too when you move to Spain.
To conclude today's fun video on travel from Spain, I wanted to point out some of the differences in traveling in the US to maybe international locations versus Spain. So one of the advantages of being an American living in Spain is that we can use credit card points. So if you do not credit card hack currently, you have to get on that game because it's such an amazing way to be able to travel without spending money out of pocket. So for example, you open a new credit card, you then use the points, the bonus points that you got to enroll in that new credit card, and that's how you book a flight to wherever you decide to go. And so that's how our family at least continues in Europe to get free rental cars or free flights, honestly, or reimburse ourselves for free flights. So such a big tip. Now in Europe, they do not really use credit cards with points. I think Iberia may have a program, but for the most part, people would just want to use their debit card. They don't want to have a lot of credit here in Spain that they have to pay. And so that's an advantage, I think, of being an American living here, is you really can rack up some points from just groceries and things to travel. Another thing is that I swear by Priority Pass. I don't know if you're a member, but Priority Pass has all the access to lounges around the world, but I prefer Priority Pass lounges in Europe than I did in the US. So in the US, we were pretty loyal Delta Airline customers. That's not gonna help us a ton now in Spain. So we switched and now we're Priority Pass members. And it's so worth it. It usually comes free with some kind of credit card, which goes along with the credit card hacking. And I signed up for a credit card that I will put in the link here that gave me access to me and our 3 other family members. So all 4 of us get to go into any Priority Pass lounge for free for the year, which is incredible savings. So every time we go to the airport, we eat, we get to relax, we have the lounge experience. And now I joke that our boys are going to be in real trouble when they travel without me when they're older, because now they're used to the lounge. But the Priority Pass is something you must have if you're moving to Spain. You can get it free with a credit card, but it will help you so much more in your travels around the Europe area or around the world from Spain. And so I'm so happy to connect with you guys. Please reach out if you want to have a coaching call to learn more about what this travel life could look like for you and your family if you lived in Spain. I also am available to send you my course, which is going to be linked somewhere in my profile. But I just encourage you that if you're someone watching this and you're like, I just don't know if I can move to Spain, this all sounds so good, but I don't have a job, I don't know how I'm going to make it work, I have kids, I don't want to leave my beautiful house. I had all of those same thoughts and I'd love to walk through them with you. And so let's connect. Looking forward to next week's episode. And I'm excited to share that I'm going to start doing some YouTube lives as well. And so I am once every 2 weeks going to hop on here and just have open space, which at first will probably be no one, but eventually hopefully more friends will come to ask me any questions you have about moving to Spain. So be looking out for that too. Ciao.